Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Today I'm going to cover GFAL for you guys. It's been quite a while since I've done a video specifically on this one. I have covered it in some of my recent videos just a little bit, but I wanted to kind of do a full video for it since it's been pumping a lot lately. A lot of people are excited about this one for the upcoming bull run. I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. Please give this video just a really quick like to get the YouTube algorithm flowing. All right guys, let's jump into it. All right, so GFAL currently at almost 3 cents. It's been just shooting up here, go to the 180-day. You know, I was talking about GFAL on my channel back in here, you know, when it was down around 1 cent. And, you know, I wish I would have grabbed some back when it was half of that range. But, you know, it's just been kind of climbing up here. And this is kind of what Gala did in the last bear market when after it first launched. You know, it just started shooting up and just kind of never looked back. It did have a slight correction at one point. I think Gala got up to like 250 million market cap, and then it came back down to 50 million and then took off, you know, for the bull run. So keep an eye on this one, guys. It's still a great price to be picking some up, because I can easily see this one getting a couple dollars in the bull run possibly, but I'll cover my exact price predictions on this one later in the video. But, you know, with it recently, if we go to the 30-day here, you know, back less than a month ago, it was down under 20 cents, around that, you know, 15 cent range or so. It could have another correction. You know, there is some tokens released every month or so, and I'll show you the schedule here and what the circulating supply should be during the bull run, or what it will be based off from the token release schedule here. And just kind of take a look at the tokenomics on it a little bit. So I want to cover that in this video. If we go to the website here, GFAL, what is it? It's a gaming project. It's just, you know, they've got like 2 main games that they're launching right now, but they're going to be launching a lot more. You know, they're a whole gaming platform, and I'll get into that a little bit on this video. If you're looking to pick some up, really the best place to pick some up if you're in the United States, I forget to mention this on my videos for GFAL. Same with Miria. You can pick them up on Mexi, but you probably need to use a VPN. I've signed up for Mexi several months back, so I've never had to use a VPN for it. But maybe it depends on what state you live in the United States, or maybe they've changed something since the SEC lawsuits have come out on certain exchanges. So you may have to use a VPN to access Mexi, but if you want to check it out, I do have a link in the description of the video, an affiliate link. I think it gives us a discount on trading fees. It's really cheap to trade on there, almost really minimal fees on it. And then if you need a VPN, I do have a Norton VPN referral link as well. I think that gives you like 30 days free to try Norton VPN. And you can use it on your PC or your phone. You can use it on either one. And same with Mexi, you can use it on your computer or your phone. They've got the app and all that. I just use the app mostly, but I use the NordVPN to get access to like Miria on it. For some reason, I can buy just about any other coin on Mexi except for Miria. GFAL pops up for me, no problem. So you may have to use a VPN to access certain coins on Mexi, so just keep that in mind. Otherwise, if you have access to BitKet or Bitmart, you know, you can buy it on there as well, or PancakeSwap if you want to use the DEX on like your Trust Wallet or MetaMask, but that's on the BNB chain. So keep in mind you'll need some BNB in your wallet to use PancakeSwap for the gas fees, so keep that in mind. If we go to this Medium article here, this is on like Cetify.fund. It kind of covers GFAL. GFAL is the native currency and utility token of the GFAL network, and it will act as a cross-currency in all games developed with the GFAL network. It will follow the ERC20 token standard issued on Ethereum blockchain. It will be used by developers to access the GFAL tools and services, as well as being for important voting decisions acting on the governance token. Now, I don't know if this is this is an older article, because they're actually using the BNB chain, the Binance chain, to start with. And when I asked them about that in their Discord channel, they said that It's because they've got some kind of agreement with Binance. So I don't know if they're planning on launching with them eventually, but they're starting off on Binance because it's been a stable and cheap network to use mainly. And then they're probably going to be developing like their own layer 2 network on top of Ethereum later on. But that's going to take some time to develop, where Myria already has that in place. It's a zero gas fee layer 2 on Ethereum already for Myria. So that's kind of the bonus that they have. But the team behind GFAL is fantastic. They're talking about the Game Pass here. Players can purchase a Game Pass using GFAL, allowing them to access another form of income from gameplay. And they've got different mints and NFTs with the GFAL. Purchase of NFT skins, different player progression. You can speed up your progression by purchasing chests and runestones using in the store using GFAL. And then they've got different events and different seasons and stuff. The highly skilled team at GFAL has decades of experience in the industry and comes from a world-class background in the Web2 gaming, coming from amazing game studios such as King Games, Digital Chocolate, Activision Blizzard. Manelsort, the CEO of GFAL, and I've talked about him a lot on the other GFAL videos. And you can go to LinkedIn and put in games for a living, and it'll show you like a bunch of their team members and all their experience with gaming and finance and just special effects and all different kinds of background for these guys. So Manelsort has got a huge background in gaming, mobile gaming mostly, and was in with King Games. You know, Candy Crush, probably one of the biggest, if not one of the biggest mobile games out there. He's got 20 years of experience in the video game developer and producer, studio head and CEO companies of the video game industry. And then Javier Leon, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he's got 26 years of experience as a CGI specialist and art director and video game and special effects studios in Europe and the US. And he recently received the Emmy nomination for his work in the credits of the Netflix series The Crown. I've actually watched that series. Christian Gassens, COO of GFAL, is ex-Blizzard Entertainment and has a background in video games, large companies, and entrepreneurial projects. Mark Tomor, part of the management team, and he's the CCO and founder of GFAL. Torno is an ex-Blizzard and also has nearly 10 years of experience in the gaming industry. And that talks about their roadmap here for, they're launching that Diamond Dreams game as well as the Elemental Raiders. So those are kind of still in development. So we'll go look at the token vesting schedule here in the allocation. Basically, this kind of goes over, and I'll put the links to this in the description of the video so everyone can look at it and see. They show pretty much all the supply here. This one's kind of better to look at. It's the token distribution. If we go to here, the orange is the in-game currency. The blue is the private sale that they did at the beginning. And then the red is the public sale. So not very many tokens released in the public. The yellow is the liquidity. Green is the team. So they got a large amount of the tokens. And then the advisors got a small amount here. Developers got a small amount. And then they got a bunch for the foundation and a decent amount in the reserve and marketing pools. And then the KOLs, that's like your kind of like YouTubers and that, where they pay them to sponsor videos and stuff for them, which I'm not sponsored by any of the crypto projects. So then if we go to look at the schedule itself here, this kind of is what it looks like it's going to be here. And this is the different months, month 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. So in 1 year, it'll be here. In 2 years, it'll be here. And then in 36 months, it'll be here. And then I'll show you the actual schedule here. If we scroll down, this is the vesting schedule here. We're currently at this phase of the schedule, so we're pretty early on. And then by 2025, we'll go to here. October 2025 is predicted to be the bull run. This is where we'll be at in the token supply. And the team basically has these gray tokens in here, so they're not getting a lot of tokens by the time the bull run hits. There's not going to be a lot of coins in here for the team, but the private round will have a large chunk of these tokens released, and they'll have them well before the bull run. They'll probably get most of their tokens back in this range here is where they're going to be getting most of their tokens throughout the first half of 2024. So we could see some price dips on this one in the first half of the 2024, because right now, we just got a little bit of these private sale tokens out there in liquidity. And so more and more of these are going to be dumped into the supply between now and June of next year. So you could see some really good buying opportunities for this one if they start selling them from being the private investors. They might start selling and dumping their coins at these token releases coming up in the June here. So just kind of keep that in mind as we go forward. Now, currently the next release is October 12th, and that's going to be like, I think 2.2% of the supply, and they release pretty much every month on the 12th, another 2.2% of the supply. So between now and 10 months from now, we'll have 20% more of the supply in circulation, which is about double of or better of where it's at now. Yeah, so right now we're at 18% of the supply as of October, so we're probably at like 16% currently. So to get double of where we're at now, 32%, double the coins in circulation, is going to be May of next year. So we could see the price come down somewhat by then, but people have been buying this up because they're really bullish on GFAL with a lot of the game cards out there, so keep that in mind. But I think by October of 2024, we're going to see about 40%, so a little more than double of what's out now. And then by the peak of the bull run in October of 2025, we're going to have about 52% of the supply out there. So we're going to see kind of an aggressive release of about 2% or so of the tokens in supply up until June of next year. That'll get about double of what the supply is now. And then it's going to back off and start releasing, less than 1% or around 1% monthly from there. And as it goes along, it gets to be under 1%. So by the time we get to October of 2025, we'll have a little bit more than half of the supply in circulation. So that's kind of what we need to base our price estimates on for the upcoming bull run, is about 50% of the supply for the peak of the bull run. So with the price being at almost 3 cents here and just being on a complete rise lately, ever since 180 days ago, it's just been going up and up and up and up. It's not really coming back down. Hopefully we'll get a correction on this, but being with September pretty much almost over, I don't think we're going to get a correction on this one likely until maybe December or January, with October and November typically being bullish months for crypto. So, but this isn't guaranteed. I'm just going off from, the historical charts on these. But, we could see an increase even more and get up to, 3 or 4 cents over the next couple months with the bullish activity. And then maybe we get a correction in December and January, or even closer to the halving, or maybe even slightly after the halving. But with all those tokens coming into circulation, maybe we'll see some selling pressure from the private sale investors and bring this price of this coin back down. If it gets under that 2 cent level, I'm definitely going to pick up some more. I have quite a bit of GFAL already. I think I've got like 100,000 GFAL tokens, but I want more. I want at least a couple 100,000 or more of the GFAL tokens in my portfolio for the upcoming bull run. But I've just been waiting for a correction ever since it jumped up over 2 cents, and it hasn't come down. It just keeps going up. But I'm glad I picked some up when I did. I think my average is right around 1.7 cents or something like that. So I wish I would have grabbed some when it was down at a penny or under a penny, but I missed it and didn't have the funds available at the time. So if we get a correction on GFAL, I'll definitely be picking some more up. If we go to the Bitcoin rainbow chart here, we're kind of in this phase here where we come down. With October and November, we could come up, into this blue or green zone and then come back down towards a halving or so, or we just, typically we've come back down. Here we come up for the halving, back here in 2016, and then it came back down after the halving, and then here as well, it kind of came up, but then we had COVID crash. That really threw it off, and it came down a little bit before we took off in 2020 and 2021. So, we could see similar where we come up here and then come back down a little bit. We'll just have to kind of play it by ear. We're really running out of time to start accumulate these coins at, good prices. So I kind of warn anyone out there who thinks that we're going to get these fantastic crashes on these coins yet. We might, but there's no guarantee of it. So I'm just going to keep adding more and more and accumulating as much as I can. I'm not going to wait for any specific bottom price because it might not happen. You just can't control the market. So these are all still great prices that I think we're going to do well in the next bull run with accumulating them for. So as far as GFAL with the price predictions, I can see $1.50 being a possibility for GFAL in the upcoming bull run, but if it just got up to that $1 range, you're looking at a $5 billion market cap basically for GFAL. I think that's more reasonable for it to hit that. It just really depends on what kind of games they launch between now and the bull run and what kind of adoption it gets. It's going to have to probably get off from the Binance chain and onto its own layer 2 chain at some point. So we could see some kind of migration from GFAL from the Binance Smart Chain to Ethereum at some point. If they decide to do that, we'll just kind of have to wait and see what they decide to do with their tokenomics. But my price point on this one, if I were buying it, I'm probably going to start taking out some profits in that 25 to 50 cent range and then take it out in small chunks up from there. But I could see GFAL possibly getting up to a couple dollars in the next bull run if it really takes off and gets up above 10 billion market cap or so. Because to get to $2, you're basically looking at a 10.2 billion market cap for GFAL. So kind of keep that in mind. But I'm really bullish about GFAL. I think it's a fantastic project with the team they have behind it. We just need them to prove to us that they can launch a AAA game in the upcoming bull run. And I think that is possible with the team that they have. But I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, and please give this video just a quick like to get the YouTube algorithm pumping. Feel free to join my free Telegram group if you want to jump in there and just chat with like-minded people in the community, or if you have any questions or anything, I'll be happy to help you out in there. I also have the membership Discord if you want to check those out. I'd appreciate it. It helps support my channel. And that's pretty much all I've got for this video. We'll see you on the next one.
Tell me what you need, tell me what you need, tell me.